So another event was Ryan crashed his motorcycle. It wasn't his fault. He got run off the road by some asshole in a Corvette that came into his lane. So what we're gonna do, I'll put up pictures of what the bike looked like. It was pretty twisted up. I've got everything straightened out now, but you can see she's scraped up there. I got this all straightened out. It's getting ready. He just wants to paint them. We're gonna powder coat them in the winter just so we can get it back together. Fender's over here. It's pretty straight. It's not bad. I got it all back, but it's got a bit of a scuff on it still. I'm just grateful that he's okay. And he had a serious concussion. No memory for about, his memory lasted about 3 minutes. And then he'd ask, "Where's my bike? What happened?" So it's kind of freaky. He was like that for about 2 or 3 days, and then suddenly he was really upset, and I was like, "What's the matter?" And he just come out and said, "Yeah, I remember everything." He goes, "It was a guy in a silver C5 Vet, probably a 2006, has wheels sticking out the back on the back, and he ran him off the road." So he was in his lane on the phone. So Ryan ditched the bike instead of taking the head on, but the bike still bucked him off. I'll go out and get some video and show you where it actually happened. But anyways, he flew about 75 feet, landed on his noggin. So I was pretty worried. The only scrapes on his helmet were right on the very top. And really, man, that's kind of scary. Especially, you know, a 20-year-old kid riding a big old bike like that and then flips it over. All the damage was on the top of the bike. On the bottom, really, was I just cleaned the mud off and that was it. So we'll be getting that back together. Hopefully you can see okay. I can kind of see what you're looking at. I'm looking at my phone sitting on the seat over there. So anyways, Ryan comes down. So Ryan come down this road. When he got in the accident, he'd been on the bike less than, he said, about 16 or 17 minutes, which is about right. So he wasn't going tooting along very fast, just on these back roads. But Ryan comes down through here because, well, there's curves. So he toured his little tour here, which was just like he came home from work, had a shower, and said, "Yeah, I'm gonna go for a ride. You want to go?" And I was like, I hadn't had much sleep, and I feel guilty for not going with him because I don't like him riding alone. And this just proves the point that riding alone was a bad thing for him. So not only did this guy run him off the road, he left him laying there unconscious. So that really has a burr in Ryan's ass, because he's like, he wants to knock the guy out if he ever found him, just because he basically left him for dead and fucked off. So Ryan, I think that's what Ryan's having the hardest time, or the hardest part for him, is coping with the fact that that guy cared so little about his life that he ran him off the road and then just left. He's got a Ruroc helmet, and now he's considering changing it up, because they have basically replacement insurance if getting an accident, but it only covers, you know, in Canada you're still looking at easy $600-700 to get the helmet, and then you got to pay for the duty and stuff. So like, he spent an outrageous amount of money on that. So this is the curve that Ryan got ran off the road. I'm gonna stop. There's a car coming, but he can fucking pass me, so I can show you where this happened. So right where that puddle is, you can kind of see where the grass is missing there a little bit on just this side of the puddle is exactly where he hit. So when his back tire went through there and hit that bump, the suspension bucked him right over the front, over the bike. And he was laying way out by that, the city's street sign there. That big white one is where he was laying. When but of course I raced out here as fast as I could get here, so. And the bike was covered in mud, so I'm just glad he landed in soft earth and grass, because had he not, it could have been much worse. I'm just grateful that he's okay. Alright, back in action. I don't know what that is on the side of the road. Looks like somebody's old planter or something. Yeah, not only that, it's cement. That's great. Hopefully nobody pulls off there and hits that friggin' thing. Thankfully, Ryan's accident did not happen down this way, because it's far more to hit, and if he had gone off the road in this section, there's a lot more to hit, and you know, fence posts can knock your head off, quite literally. So, mind you, we've almost had accidents on this road before, and in those two S-turns, and Ryan said he was not going fast just for that reason. He's like, I know those corners are bad, so I watched it, and thankfully he saved himself. I'm grateful for that, man. Like, I don't know, like, I love the bikes and stuff, and it was entirely not his fault, but that doesn't really matter whose fault it is once the fucker comes over in your lane and kills you. Fault is pretty irrelevant when you're dead. So wrap it up there. We're just heading back into the city. Tomorrow I got a lot to do. I gotta go to my buddy's place 40 minutes away, and he's getting a welding lesson so he can weld the frame. Apparently he's got frame sections of his IROC. I don't think it's an IROC. I think it's like an 84 Z28 pre-IROC, and we're gonna do some training on the welding with him. I guess this is an old car that he's converted, or it used to be an all-out drag car, and then I think they did some weird shit by the sounds of it, but he's cut part of the frame off it, so I'm not sure what's going on. He's getting lessons in welding. Then I gotta come home and wait for my header delivery. So we got the headers tomorrow, and then I gotta get the Silverado done, or I'll drive the Ram, I guess. But this is gonna go in the garage. We'll swap the headers out. Problem is, I don't have a TIG at home, so I gotta take it to work with me, so I can't really go over there. This is a long weekend, so it'll be another 3 days before I'm at work. I'm gonna get high flow cats. I'm gonna cut the flanges off my current cats, take them onto the new ones, and then so I still have cats and I can stay legal here in Canada, in Ontario, and I won't have to mess up with shit in the tune, I guess, and delete those. But I'd rather have it running nice and clean anyways. And really, the high flow cats now aren't gonna knock. If I lose 5 horsepower, whoop-de-doo. Especially, this is like more like a daily driver. It's a daily driver that I want to get up and go, but I was actually thinking about doing the cam in this as soon as possible, but I've got 2 months more to drive it, maybe 3. I'll get lucky, and then it's got to go in the garage because it'll be cold and shitty here again. So if I was smart, I'd just sell everything and move to Texas.